Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Press the post notification bell so you don't miss another one of these videos. Support us on PayPal, and let's hit that intro. We've been invaded, unfortunately, by a Commanders fan. Who the hell likes the Commanders? Anyway, we've got a lot to discuss. We got to get right to it, ladies and gentlemen. Oscar Montiel is on the show. What up, Oscar?
What's up, man?
What's up? We got Tyler here. We got Oscar. Duncan ditched us. Marvin ditched us. Aaron ditched us. So all those guys, whatever. I hope they.
You didn't tell me to let Aaron know. Granted, I don't know if he's working today right now.
Yeah, he's probably working. But that's why I say he ditched us. Anyway, let's talk Giants at Cowboys first. All right. I'm going to say my piece as the resident Cowboys fan. Listen, the Cowboys played an absolute bomb of a game yesterday. 40-3 win over the Minnesota Vikings. They were 8-1. They were tied for 8th in the NFL. They went to their NFL points percentage is now at a negative. So, good game, but it is tradition for the Cowboys to lose Thanksgiving games. Oscar, you think the Cowboys will win over the Giants? Give me your pre-game summary of why you think so.
Dallas a better team. Short and simple.
You think?
Well, Dallas is a better team, dude.
Well, the defense is the defense. Aside from last weekend against Aaron Rodgers,
like Daniel Jones, if it wasn't for his running mobility, the Giants would not be 7-2. If it wasn't for Saquon Barkley, they wouldn't be 7-2. Because those wide receivers that the Giants have, I don't care if the Cowboys have scrubs on as wide receivers. Those wide receivers are actually doing something for Dak Prescott. The receivers for the Giants aren't doing jack shit. It's all the offense runs through Daniel Jones running and Saquon Barkley running the ball.
So, right, because the receivers do drop a lot of touchdown passes. I have seen that. They absolutely do. And one of them has butter hands, by the way. Tyler, are you kind of in agreement with Oscar here, or do you take it a different way?
I got the Giants all day, baby.
Giants? You're a Giants fan?
Nah, you already know who I'm going for in football, but anybody that's playing the Cowboys, I'm a fan of.
Oh, God.
And the winner gets OBJ, so let's go Giants.
So we'll get to OBJ in a second. So why do you think the Giants... So look at it as an unbiased, if you were just a guy that, like let's say you were a fan of the Chiefs, right? So right. You really have you know what I mean? Like,
well, you already said it, just like years of the past, the Cowboys find a way to lose on Thanksgiving. Danny Dimes, man, he gonna go off. He gonna have like 100 yards in the rushing.
Okay, I will not dispute that. That could happen.
So he'll have 100 yards rushing, but if his receivers can't help him, if his offensive line can't protect him against...
Then Saquon, after Danny Diamond runs around and Saquon will run a little bit. The Cowboys are solid. I can't even say too much about the Cowboys. Their defense has been crazy. Micah Parsons is a monster, and he's going to have a monster game. But... like I said, if Danny Dimes does enough, they won some games that they're not supposed to already this season with their record. Right. So when you line up and it's 0-0, crazy things happen.
So, okay, right. But if it's just Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley, how are the Giants? What's the game plan? What do they need to do to beat Dallas? If it's just those two and the wide receivers ain't doing anything, their defense is
Their defense is it's okay. It's okay, I guess.
Yeah, they made some stops. They've been quite impressive. Better than I thought. When you think about the Giants coming, you're like, whatever, just another horrible football to watch. They have their moments, and they're gonna have to. These wide receivers are wide receivers for a reason, so they're gonna have to figure out how to catch some passes out there. And if the Cowboys already know what's coming, and it's gonna be Saquon and Danny Dimes, these receivers are gonna have to wake up. Otherwise, they're gonna have no chance, whatsoever.
Right, because if you get Micah, you get Sam Williams, our new guy. You get DeMarcus Lawrence, Oso Odigizua. You get I'm missing a lot of people. Right. You get all those guys to get to Daniel Jones, and if Daniel Jones they get quarterback hits on him, they get some strip sacks on him.
And Daniel Jones is injury prone,
and he's injury prone. And they can take down Saquon Barkley, and they can break up plays, by the way, and they can hold teams to just field goals. Their highest points allowed was against the Packers.
Okay. And that's the Cowboys, you're saying? The highest?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the best team to score points against them was the Packers.
And the Giants defense, talking about the Packers, the Giants defense took down those Packers, and their defense did pull up. So they play some good defense. We don't have to worry about Zeke. If we hold Tony Pollard down, hold some players down, they could have a chance. I don't see it.
Defense,
I feel like what's going to happen this game is what happened in the Monday night game, where it's close for most of the game, but the Giants, because they don't have enough talent,
right?
They're going to allow the Cowboys probably maybe mid to late fourth quarter get that field goal or touchdown to make it a 2-possession game, and it's going to be already too late for the Giants, because in that Monday night game it was 23-16 the final score,
right?
But the Giants let it get away when they allowed the Cowboys to score 17 unanswered.
Yeah,
right.
Because they were leading that game 13-6, but because their offense runs through just Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley, if they had any, because Kenny Golladay has disappeared completely.
Oh yeah,
they got rid of Kadarius Toney. They let go. Sterling Shepard is hurt. Rondell Robinson is hurt. I just got a notification that he's done for the year. Giants have nothing else. It's gonna run through Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, it's gonna have to. Yeah, I agree with that. If I can see it being close, but if they start having those 3 and outs and punting the ball, the Cowboys will run away with it.
Yeah, especially Tony Pollard just had himself a game, 2 scores, scored a 68-yarder.
Yeah, but what I like about Dallas is their 1-2 punch. Because Tony Pollard, everyone likes Tony Pollard over Zeke, right?
Yeah.
And everyone's saying, well, why don't you give the ball more to Tony Pollard? The problem is that Tony Pollard, I guess the offense just wants to, he's okay with the 30 plays because apparently he gets exhausted after long runs and stuff. So
yeah,
Zeke, he can be your bruiser, but the offense runs through Tony Pollard. Sorry, I was getting hiccups.
Yeah, I agree with that. Where Tony does get a little tired, so I do think that that 1-2 punch, having both Zeke and him as the RBs, I think it's a good idea. It's a good combo. But what I was going to say was I don't think that the Giants defense can get to Tony Pollard that easily. I'm not saying they can't. Absolutely, they can. A lot of teams have already done it.
I'll give the. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just don't know that it's going to be easy. They're just going to walk in and take Tony Pollard down.
If you look at the previous game, that game was 3-3 or 6-6 at the end of the half.
Yeah.
So the Giants defense was doing something right. Is that they let the offense finally come to life.
Yep.
So as long as they just got to find a blueprint of what they did last game, find a blueprint of the teams that were able to beat Dallas, see what they did, and go from there.
One thing that does hurt Dallas, and you know, Tyler, I'm not sure if you'll agree, but one thing that destroys Dallas and really hurts them and keeps a game close
is playing on Thanksgiving.
is playing on Thanksgiving. For your Commanders, it's playing good teams. Anyway,
Hey, we beat the undefeated Eagles.
Eagles.
Yeah, that's true.
Something that Dallas and poor little Cooper Rush couldn't do.
Yeah, and Skip Bayless said, "Oh my God, but Cooper Rush, dude, Cooper Rush lost against the goddamn Eagles. Give me a break." Well, again, but for those 2 fumbles, Commanders would have lost that game by the Eagles. But one thing that destroys them is when you get their run game and you limit their run game. Dallas can run the ball, but if you damage their run game and their ground game, it's a Giants game. So, Oscar? I'm full out just to end this topic before we move on to the Bills at whoever they're playing. The guy I keep forgetting. Huh?
The Lions.
The Lions. I think the Giants are going to win this game. It's just a Thanksgiving Day curse. It is. Any other time, I'd probably go Cowboys.